This is a video response for Sybil, and she wants to see how you store your markers. Well, over here I have all kinds of markers, so I'm going to show you this first because it's actually on my desk. And I have some Momenta markers that I really like for doing my stamps with. I have 2 sets of the Spica, what is it? Okay, a Toyu Spica glitter pens. I also have the glaze pens, and this is what's all in here with all my other tools. I have metallic pens and I have gel pens. There's some spritzers in there. I mean, just all kinds of stuff, and I store them in the black caddy that I got from Hobby Lobby. And so that's all for this location. Pens are everywhere and markers are everywhere. So let's move on. Okay, I'm back. Copics, love my Copics. I was first introduced to Copics back in 2008. The lady that showed us about Copics was in our scrapbook group, and we were on our annual scrapbook retreat. We were going every year, and we went to this cabin on the river. It was gorgeous. And we stay there for 3 days, scrapping and eating and scrapping and eating and just having a lot of fun. And one of the ladies, she was into magnolia stamps. I had never heard of magnolia stamps. And she had these markers. And when I found out how much these markers cost, and at the time they were like maybe $3.90 something, $4. You know, they've gotten really more expensive now, but I was just like, when she told me what the price was per marker, I was like, you have got to be kidding. It ain't no way in the world I'm going to spend that much money on one marker. Second thing was, she didn't have a clue as to how to color with them. And I'm not sure where she learned about them, how she heard about them. Because she was more of a collector than a scrapper. But anyway, that's getting off the subject. And so, you know, she brought all this card making stuff, and we all made cards, and we colored, and the coloring was so flat, no shading. She didn't know anything about any of that, and it was just like, okay, I'm just not gonna do this. I'm not spending no money on that. And so after the retreat, you know, it was like I was in Hobby Lobby looking for something, and I met this lady. Her name is Pam, and she was into card making, and she said, oh, go on to my blog and look at my blog. You know, and I'm like, yeah, okay, let me do that. But anyway, that's how I got into it. I'm not going to tell all that story. But I started watching videos, and I saw what card making could be. There were some gorgeous cards out there. There were lots of ladies that, I mean, I just went from blog to blog to blog, and I started saying, well, maybe I could do that. So, guess what? I bought Copics. And this is how I store my Copics, in this bag here. Let's see if I can bring it up some so you can see. And then inside of the bag, I have these bags that are actually for the what's that new alcohol marker? The Spectrum Noir. This is a storage bag for them. But as you can see, I have full of my Copics. I have almost 300 Copics. I have 4 of the bags that are literally full. There are still Copics that I don't have. And then there's my other one. Okay, and then that's my last one. And the bags do zip up. So I used to do a lot of crops, and I would take my Copics with me because that's when I was really making a lot more cards than I am now. So the bags zip up just in case you lose them or something, or they fall out. I did before I got this bag and these little tote things. I was coming back from a crop. Oh no, we were going, and my bag fell over and there were Copic markers everywhere. So that's when I looked for something that I could better protect them if they fell out. The bag has some Martha Stewart glitter pens and markers, and I'm telling you, I have so many markers that it is crazy. There's my gel pen and a big grip. So that's how I store those. Sybil, I really love how you've got yours, and I think I would really like to try that because I don't go to as many crops, and even if I do, I don't take all of my markers anymore because I'm so busy working on other projects. And also I have Wink of Stella, and so this is how I've stored my Faber-Castell big pens, kit pens, my Wink of Stella, some of my Faber-Castell smaller pens. I have 4 Wink of Stella, and I bought these markers. They're pens and they're permanent, and just because they had so many different colors and they had, you know, I could use them for other stuff. And I've used them a few times. They're permanent. They're by Staedtler's. So I have that in there. And I've been collecting the the Faber-Castell big pens. So I bought the set of the red, and I bought the neutral set. And I've got like a purple. So that's that. So those are how I store that right now anyway, because I can just sit them there. But that is not all. I also have the distress markers, and I've used them a couple times like watercolor, and I like them just like I love the distress ink pads. Love them. I like inking my edges. These I'd like to practice more with them because I would really love to learn more about watercolor, and I do love these, but it's just learning to use them better. So, and I hate that they aren't refillable, but I have those, and they just stay in the thing that sit over here on my other desk. Oh yes, and I do have a color chart for my Copics, and I had the long sheet, and I came across the booklet, and so I got that, and you know, colors are separated, and the way the colors are separated are the way I have them in the bags. And then those are pinks and reds. And there's still a lot of places for me to fill in, and I've just not been able to justify buying any. So there's that. And I like this because it fits right down in my purse when I'm out shopping. And those are, you know. So... and I've got a place for the 2012 sketch. I think I bought some of those, but I have to look because I haven't been updating my thing. So, Sybil, those are my markers, and that is how they are stored at the moment. And as you can see, I have all kinds. I also have some metallic markers that I won in a challenge, and at this point I don't even know where they are anymore. but I used to do a lot of challenges on my blog, and I loved winning, and I used to win a lot of challenges, and I won some markers, and they came from the UK, and they were metallic, and I really like them, but right now I just can't remember where I put them. So I'll have to look for those, because I do like how they work on certain projects. So Sybil, this is how I store my markers. I love your challenges. I love watching your videos, and I wish I could color as well as you. I don't practice as much as I should. And I also have the Copic coloring books, and I have the Copic shading book. And to be honest, I don't use them like I should. See, I have this, which I really need to be using. And then, you know, so I've got pens that I can use for my hand lettering workbook, which I haven't had time to play in. So Sybil, that's it for me. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye.